Ailments in the Bickerson home seem to never end. Poor husband John, a chronic insomniac and suffering from Slugger's disease, struggles during an acute patch of his ailment. Let's listen in as Blanche Bickerson attempts to describe his symptoms over the phone to Dr. Hershey.
This is worse than ever, Dr. Hershey. I know it's almost 3 o'clock, but it really is urgent. Can't you come over? But he might recover by morning. I wouldn't want that to happen. Wait a minute. Let me carry the phone into the bedroom, and you can hear what John's going through. Hear that? Yes, that's my husband. I don't have to. Just wait a few seconds. You'll hear it again. Just a minute, Dr. Hershey. Wait till I get the phone out of the room. Now, what were you saying? Maybe, but John isn't breathing through his mouth because I taped it shut. Oh, just over his nose? I tried that last night. I think my husband snores through his pores. I'd give anything if you could cure him. I see. How much would that cost? $200 down and $25 a month for a year? Plus expenses? Sounds like almost buying a new car. Oh, you are? Yes, I understand. Thank you. Good night, Dr. Hershey. Oh, maybe John's quiet now. John! Turn over on your side. Go on, John. Stop making that silly noise. Oh, I forgot about the adhesive tape. I can't understand a word you said.
Ow! 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 Oh, what's the matter with you, Blanche? Who taped up my mouth?
I put it on to stop you from snoring.
I never heard of such a thing. You had to go and tape up my mouth just when I'm raising a mustache? Come on, Blanche. What's the matter with you?
Well, that's too bad. You've caused me enough suffering.
Pull out every...
I'd rather lose your mustache than lose my sleep.
Pull out every hair of my mustache. What's the matter with you? Come on.
I just can't stand it anymore, John. Night after night, I walk the floors and get into a state because you snore and brawl and snore and whine like a bulldozer.
Oh, stop that.
Oh, is it any wonder I'm so irritable and ill-tempered? If Dr. Hershey won't encourage me and try to improve my nature and buoy me up, who will help me?
Nature boy?
Our cat? Oh, very funny. You're so funny, John.
I'm not trying to be funny, Blanche.
And what about me? I haven't slept for so long I'm a nervous wreck. I bury my head under the pillows to shut up your snoring. And when I get up in the morning, I have a cramp in my collarbone.
Rub it with chicken fat.
Oh, rub it with chicken fat. You and your stupid remedies. What do you care what I go through?
Blanche, just put out the light, will you, please?
I will not. How would you like to go through life with a constant pain in the neck?
Well, after all, they took you for better or for worse.
Oh, that's right. Pile it on. Tell people I forced you into this marriage. Did I ever run after you?
Blanche, I just want to sleep, okay?
I did
just need some sleep.
Everything to deserve you, and you know it. Did I accept you the first time you proposed?
No.
Why not?
Well, because you weren't there.
Oh, go on. You wouldn't have had the nerve to propose to anybody else. You sure took advantage of my innocence and youth.
Don't give me that stuff. You were no spring chicken.
I must have been, or I would never have picked up a worm like you.
Oh, thanks a lot, Blanche. Why don't you just go to sleep?
It's a different story now, isn't it?
No.
Never a kind word, never a sign of affection, never a kiss goodnight.
Good night kiss.
And you think you used to kiss me every time I turned around.
Blanche, I never kissed you when you turned around. Never.
I've been a trusting fool all these years. I should have known. You don't love me. You never did.
Oh, I did too. I do too.
You don't.
Oh, Blanche, I love you. How's that, okay?
You're lying. Swear you love me.
I'll tell you what, I hope I drown in a pool of bourbon if I'm lying. How's that?
Oh, well, there's the answer to all of our problems, isn't it? You think more of a bottle of bourbon than you do of me. It's true, isn't it, John?
What's true?
You're in love with the bottle of bourbon.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Blanche.
Go on, say it. I can stand the truth. Just give it to me straight.
Straight? No, it's better with soda.
Oh, don't try and switch things around. You know you indulge in it more than what is absolutely necessary. No other wife would put up with a thing like that.
Now, just a minute, Blanche. Just a minute. I really resent that, okay?
I don't care.
You can accuse me of being selfish or inconsiderate or anything else, but drinking is not one of my failures.
No, it's one of your few successes.
That's not true. That's not true. I don't drink more than any 6 men that you know.
What?
Now you tricked me into saying that. The only reason I use bourbon is because the doctor prescribed it, and he said that I would stop snoring if I took a jigger of bourbon and 2 aspirin before I went to bed tonight. So I did.
That's not what you do, though.
It is too.
It is not. You're 6 months behind on the aspirin and 2 years ahead on the bourbon.
Yeah? Well, the aspirin gave me a headache.
You'd better listen to me, John. We'd get along beautifully if you'd think of me once in a while. If there's an extra $1 in the house, it goes for your pleasure.
No.
Only 2 weeks ago, you had your life insured for $10,000.
Well, yes, I did. What about it?
You're always thinking of yourself.
Myself? Thinking, what kind of idiotic talk is that, Blanche? If I die, you get the $10,000.
You know perfectly well you have no intention of dying. You only got your life insured to tantalize me.
Really? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll drop dead in the morning. How's that?
Oh, you say it, but you won't do it.
Blanche, what in the world is wrong with you? Do you realize what you're saying?
Oh, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Just try to calm down and try to get some sleep, will you?
I can't sleep. I'm too upset. You can't stand the sight of me, can you, John?
Yeah, I can stand it just fine.
I'd like to hear you talk that way to Gloria Gooseby.
Oh, no, don't you dare start with Gloria Gooseby. Stop it.
Anybody could be pretty with the money she spends on clothes.
Yeah.
Every time her husband wants a kiss, he has to buy her a dress.
Well,
Believe
that's
me,
not my problem.
You're lucky you've got a cheap wife like me.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
If you were married to Gloria Gooseby,
here we
you'd
go.
have to pay for her kisses.
Well, I'm not married to her, and I get 'em for nothing. And I hate Gloria Gooseby, okay? I'm warning you, Blanche. If I ever hear you mention her name again...
Oh, that's right. That's right. Hit me. You've done everything else.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Blanche. Will you please just put out the light? Yeah, I have to get up so early in the morning, and you know that. So just good night.
Are you angry, John?
No, I'm not angry. I'm just sick.
Do you hate me?
Well,
Aha!
I don't hate you, Blanche. What's the matter with you tonight? What have you done?
I've been so upset. I forgot to give you something. It came for you yesterday.
Really? What is it, a letter?
Special delivery and registered. It was addressed to you and marked strictly personal and private.
Oh, really? Personal, huh?
Oh,
What did it say, Blanche? What did it say?
You needn't be so snide about it, John.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have read it, but I accidentally steamed it open when I was pouring myself a cup of tea.
Accidentally steamed it, I see. Let me see it.
You can read it in the morning. Go to sleep.
I want to read it now, Blanche. Put the lights on and give it to me.
Oh, all right. Here it is.
Something from the government.
Good night, John.
Let's see. Mr. John Bickerson, sir, in checking your return for 1946, we find that you overpaid your taxes. Whoa! Enclosed find a check for $76.50 Oh, what a break. What a break. I finally... Hey, Blanche,
Oh, huh? What?
where is the check?
Uh,
Now, don't
What?
act sleepy now. Just stop it. What did you do with my $76?
well, I
Yeah?
bought a beautiful evening bag. It's
Oh.
shark skin trimmed with snake
Shark
skin,
trim with
and
snake
it
skin.
matches my
Matches my
calfskin
calf-
shoes.
$76 for a shark skin snake? Take it back. Take it back. Do you hear me?
Stop screaming.
How could you squander my hard-earned money like this? How? I deny myself everything. I've been cutting the scraps off your old garter belts and wearing them for bow ties. I had my feet soled by a blacksmith just to save on shoes. I don't even drink my bourbon anymore. I just lick the label and stick my nose in the bottle. I don't spend a nickel on myself, not a nickel.
You bought a new watch chain yesterday.
What watch chain? Why, that's a zipper that came off my pants. You get that money back now, do you hear me?
How can you do that, John? You didn't buy me anything for our anniversary. Can I keep it, please?
No, you can't keep it.
Please?
What's the use?
Can I keep the bag, John?
How I slave and sweat to bring money and soul together. I deprive myself of every tiny luxury to try to make both ends meet. It's not worth it, and it's just not worth it. One fatal swoop, and she squanders 2 years' savings. What's a man got to live for, you know? I wish I had the courage to... Wait a minute. Maybe I will. 'Cause life doesn't mean anything anymore, and that's one thing that I can do, and I'm going to do it right now.
John? Oh, John.